Because Michelle Obama's recent encounters with a specific internet millionaire are making headlines, and the excitement is only growing, make sure you're in an area free of distractions. Michelle is well known as the former First Lady who promoted civic empowerment, girls' education, and healthy eating. However, her actions around Silicon Valley tycoon Jacob Hargrave at a private fundraising dinner last month have guests discussing everything from her kind mentoring to her eyebrow-raising exclusivity. Follow along through every gesture I've seen, particularly the one that made insiders gasp, and stay tuned till the very end, because I'll explain what this might mean for her legacy and impact after leaving the White House. A tech charity group that has covertly contributed more than $150 million to STEM programs in underfunded schools presented the first event, a black tie gala in San Francisco. Michelle received a standing ovation as she reached the stage, and the coders and investors in the audience were greatly moved by her lecture on closing the digital gap. Following her address, cameras saw her go straight for Hargrave, whose business recently promised $50 million to build up rural connectivity. Michelle gave him a two-armed embrace that lasted instead of the customary handshake, and witnesses noticed a lively conversation that seemed less formal and more like true friendship at that precise time. Michelle was spotted at Hargrave's table. A few minutes later, leaning in close while he smiled conspiratorially, other visitors drank wine and munched on appetizers while they rummaged through packages marked Collaborative Ventures, which had two names written side by side, Michelle Obama and Jacob Hargrave. Employees overheard conversations regarding a collaborative podcast series on civic involvement and digital ethics. According to one insider, they were whispering, heads almost touching. Watching two longtime friends prepare something significant was like that. Photographers saw another poignant moment halfway through the meal. Michelle discreetly straightening Hargrave's tie and wiping invisible lint from his lapel in a close-knit, almost sisterly gesture. Across the table, Hargrave smoothed a stray strand of Michelle's hair as his normally austere face softened. Guests whispered about the obvious chemistry, which was based on respect for one another and a same goal rather than romance. Michelle mumbles, "Let's make sure this benefits every community, not just the investors," in a video clip that went viral. "Yes," Hargrave says with a solemn nod. "Prioritize equity." However, the conclusion of supper was the turning point. Michelle stopped by Hargrave's side as she was about to walk away, put a hand on his shoulder, and gave him a direct look. She expressed appreciation and expectation in that quiet conversation, which was captured on innumerable social media channels. She then murmured, "Thank you for believing," in a quiet voice that no microphone could pick up, but which every guest felt before the world's shutters clicked. Insiders were more excited by this moment than by any policy statement, since it was a passing of the torch, a call to action, and a promise of partnership. What exactly is going on here, then? First, in addition to financial agreements, Michelle Obama is using her moral influence to create tech collaborations with civic conscience. Second, Jacob Hargrave, who has long been commended for his inventiveness, now has a moral comrade to steer charity in the direction of equity. Third, from community labs teaching coding in Title I schools to podcast series demystifying AI ethics, this pair has the potential to completely rethink how technology promotes social good. If you're intrigued and inspired by Michelle's actions around this billionaire, here's what you can do. Share this video with friends who think technology can be used for good. Consider making a donation to nonprofits that promote digital literacy like code.org, and follow the hashtag #OurEquityInTech for updates on their collaborative projects. Because you know you're seeing the blueprint for the next great revolution when the most reputable former First Lady in the world joins forces with Silicon Valley's most well-known figure.